You know, I was just thinking about it, guys. You know, if you'd have been walking down that road and them two carabaos had have been coming down road fighting and they'd have seen you walking down the road, you might have got these, you might have got the horns. So, you know, they do actually kill people, carabaos, but they're mostly placid. But they do kill people in the Philippines. Now, like I said, it's normally a dog that gets killed on the road, and you see this a lot, all the time. To be honest, all the time. You know, you do actually see dead dogs if you're travelling on the road, and you just miss them all the time. They're really dangerous. Now, when we came back a couple of nights ago, I think it was, we're on Sunday now, Friday, Saturday. I think it was Friday, and we come back Friday night and there's a mad dog here and it attacks everyone, and it attacks us leaving the barangay, right, the province. When we come back at night this time, it's just attacked us now, but Jovelyn had a stick and she waves the stick and it backs off and it won't chase you. So we make sure we started to carry a stick, and when it did actually start to chase us, Jovelyn cracked it on the head and and that were about, what, 6 months ago. So for at least a year now, this dog has attacked us, going out of the barangay, coming back into the province. And it's a dangerous dog. I class it as a dangerous dog. When that starts to attack, the others start to attack because they see the leader attacking. And it is and there's really a lots of dangerous dogs at this side as well. Very, very, very dangerous. No joke, right? And I don't know what happened, but you could say I lost it, so to speak. And I don't know what happened. It started chasing, and it set off at biting. It's trying to bite your legs. And I stopped bike, and I got off bike, and I just left Jovelyn a little bit down the road, you know, about 50 feet away from where the dogs were attacking us. And like I said, I don't know what happened. I just got off bike and I started shouting and bawling, effing and blinding it. And I went to the neighbours and I were effing and blinding it, which I shouldn't have really. I should have actually apologised to the neighbours. But like I said, I don't know what happened. I just lost my temper and I was shouting and bawling at these dogs. And you know, if I'd have had a rock in my hand, I'd have just knocked dog out because I was that furious. And I am actually a very, very good shot with a rock, and I am very, very fast with a rock. Okay, I can pick 10 rocks up and I can chuck them very, very fast. From a kid, I did this from a kid. So, you know, and a lot of people that know me, they know I am very good with a rock or a stone. But something just stopped bike, got off bike, and then something just went. And it really, and I thought, wow, what, I shouldn't have really done that, to be honest. You know, I just lost my temper. And it's because it's every night. And we saw the guy the next day because we went to Mercy at 8 o'clock in the morning. We saw the neighbour, and he said, I know he was mad, so we didn't say anything. He says, I know you're really mad. And he told a nice guy, and he said he's told the neighbour to lock the dog up, to put the dog on a chain because the dog's not safe, attacks everyone. And then today, Sunday, we actually heard Jovelyn went to the shop and she got chatting about this dangerous dog. It's a black and white dog. And like I said, I shouldn't have really started to swear, I shouldn't have lost my temper. I should have just got a rock and gone up to the dog, and I'm not joking. And they really are very, very dangerous. I'm not joking, guys. Some of these dogs, and you think, wow, very, very dangerous. And you can easily get rabies. Now, she started to chat to the lady. Like I said, they're nice people, nice lady, nice guy. You know, really nice people, nice neighbours. And she had a pup, and a pup bit one of the little boys here. I think it was a little boy, a kid here. And I think it was pup playing. I don't know if he were playing or he just got carried away. He actually nipped and bit. And she had to take the little boy to the hospital. I think it was 6 times. He had to have anti-rabies. But the dogs, her dogs have had rabies injections, right? My dogs have not had rabies injections. To be honest, they should have it. Because there's dogs here with rabies in the Philippines. It's rife. There's a lot of rabies in the Philippines. And it's not just in the barangays in the province. It's in the cities. It's in the towns. It's everywhere. So, she said it cost her, I think it was 1,500 every time she took this kid to the hospital for his anti-rabies. And that's a lot of money for a Filipina. So now what she does, she actually chains the dogs up at the back of the house. So she had a big bill because the dog, one of her pet dogs, bit a young kid. Now this is a big mad dog. And I'm not joking, when it does bite someone, somebody's going to lose their temper like me. And this is the Philippines, anything can happen. So I said, well, the guy, like I said, nice guy, said, I went and told the neighbour, look, you have to chain the dog up because he's chasing everyone and trying to bite everyone. Is quite dangerous. And the owner is scared to get the dog and put the chain on the dog. So the owner's scared of the dog. And I said to Jolene, they need to go to the barangay captain and they need to shoot the dog. Get someone to come and shoot the dog, get a police officer to come and shoot the dog. Because if it does bite someone, it's going to be expensive. If it bites someone's kid, if a dog bit my kid, right, that is it. I would actually lose my temper big style, and I'd kill the dog, and I'd kill it with my bare hands. Yeah, I'd probably get bit. I would get a rock, and I'm not joking, I would batter that dog. Or I'd find a big branch and I would kill that dog. Why? They're just so dangerous, guys, these dogs. The last one I was walking on here, I was walking not so far away from the house, and I'm walking, and I was doing a blog, and I'm chatting on my phone, and I heard this, and I thought, wow, what's that? And I was looking around, came around the corner, it got its teeth out, it was really skinny, and it was starving, this dog, and as soon as it heard my voice, it went crazy, and I thought, wow. And I had a rock in my hand, and I always carry a big stick, and I always carry the stick there for bump. So I always carry it there so it's a quick bump. But if you get bit by one of these dogs here in the province, I think that's it. If you don't get rabies, quite possible in 6 months' time, a year's time, you get some blood disease and you'll die. And it'll be, oh, the guy in the provinces died. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, he had something wrong with him. And it's probably a damn dog that's bit him. So these dogs here at this side are very, very dangerous. And I've been thinking about these dogs because we get attacked every time we go out. We're on motorbike and I have to bike on and fly off. And then Joveline's waving this stick around, whatever, she's waving this stick, and they back off. But some of the dogs, you just don't see them. You can be here 1 minute, you can be looking around, and they're there at back of you, and it comes past you, and you think, wow, I didn't see that. Where's that dog come from? So they're really dangerous. And thing is, right, the owners here know the dogs are very, very dangerous. They don't do anything about it. Dogs attacking you, it's barking at you, and they really are a bit slow. I'm not joking. You must be really backward or slow. You can actually see your dogs are attacking or they're barking and they're aggressive towards people. And when there's about 5 or 10, And that's what happened to me. 5 or 10 of them were coming at me, and they wouldn't stop. And I were in bushes, and like a fool, I'd got a stupid little stick. And wow, and I can remember that war when more or less, I think I'd been here about 6 months. So you know me take on dogs. You know I always chat about these dogs because you're always running. What's I would say a dangerous thing here in the Philippines. So what's dangerous here in the Philippines? I would say number one danger here in the Philippines, dogs. Second, bad motorbike riders, bad car drivers, right? Bad lorry drivers. Lot of good car drivers here in the Philippines, and there's quite a lot of good motorbike riders here in the Philippines, but there's quite a lot of bad ones that don't read the road. Just get on the bike and ride, and they don't know how to read the road. What else is really dangerous here in the things what'll get you killed? Dogs. Driving or riding on the main road, somebody in a car or a motorbike will actually kill you. Or maybe a carabao. And dogs again, running across the main roads. And the next one, I would say, women. If you come here, you're a foreigner, and you start to mess around with a woman that's married, bye, because, there's quite a lot of people here that, with machete, and they will actually come, and they will. So, and it happens quite a lot. So I would say that's another thing. If you're messing around with a woman, or the woman's married, you don't know she's married, you'll have big problems. etc. So but I would say the most dangerous for me. Now, in this province last year, some people were trying to get elected for one thing or another, and what the people actually said to me is, "Oh, sir, I wouldn't live in this barangay." I said, "Why?" I said, "I won't live in a subdivision. A subdivision's quite dangerous. Not all subdivisions are dangerous. I'm sure there's a lot of good ones, but a lot get burgled, and a lot do get hit." And I said, "Why not?" He says, there's a lot of dangerous people here in this barangay. And we've never had any trouble with anyone here. The guys drink, never had any fights here, never had a fight with anyone. There's odd one that give it that, but they're normally kids. And there's odd one that don't like you because you're white skinned, they're jealous, whatever the reason. But mostly here, it's quite good here. And to say there's a lot of dangerous people here, if you're okay with people and you say hello and people know you, I'm just watching dogs. And see, my dogs, if they bark at someone, I actually go out and I tell them to stop it. And if I actually saw him actually attacking somebody, they get a crack, and I'm not joking, and they get put behind fence, and that's the way they go behind the fence. So that's about it, that's what happened. I just lost it, and I don't know how I lost it. Just stopped by it, got off, and I started shouting and effing and blinding it. And I went up to dogs and I was screaming at dogs, and they basically moved. The dogs moved, and I thought I shouldn't have really done that, to be honest. But just didn't expect it. Just didn't expect to lose my temper. But it's the Philippines, so that's basically it. But after, I felt better for it, for that, shouting and bawling and getting that aggression out. I felt a lot better for it. And when things build up, you better going in the field and going, shout and bawl in the field. And people might think you're a bit crazy, but it releases all that aggression. So that's it, guys, crazy dogs here in the Philippines, dead carabaos, things that'll get you killed here in the Philippines. the roads, odd carabao might kill you. And like I said, if some people are actually not wired up here as well. I've actually run into a few problems here. With at least three or four guys while I've been here, and I can remember one in the plaza, and I thought, wow, this guy's really crazy. And I just sat there and he giving it all this, and I thought, well, what's wrong with him? He's definitely not wired up. And I'm stood there, walking up the plaza. This is about 12 months ago, walking up the plaza, and then come up behind me this guy, and I looked, and he kept doing this, and I thought, this guy's got a problem, he's dangerous. And I was actually getting ready for him, because every time I went he kept doing this. And I stopped this day because I got a bit sick on it, and I stopped, and I actually looked at him, or he was looking at me, and he walked off really quickly, and I thought, wow. So, there's a lot of friendly people, but there's one or two, it's a bit like England, to be honest, there's one or two that's not wired up, and you have to really be careful, because they do carry, most of them carry, so you have to be very careful. So that's it. I hope everyone's having a great night, but like I said, if you do lose your temper here, guys, it's not a good idea. And I know you just don't expect it, and you might lose your temper. But when you lose your temper, keep focused. Try not to hurt anyone, But just be on guard. If somebody's coming to hurt you, just pick a rock up, or just do what you have to do. As simple as that, really. Right. So I'll show you the dogs. Before we go, beat someone, now you know what bill you're going to get. You're going to get a big bill, and you're going to get a lot of problems, because someone's not going to be happy. And so guys, them dogs your responsibility. Right, take care. I've rattled on enough. And all the rest of it, have a great day, guys. It actually has to be said why I actually lost my temper. Like I said, this dog actually attacks us. There's two of them actually, because one follows the leader, but it's normally the big one, white. And it has to said why I actually lost my temper is because there's a good few times I've nearly gone straight off bike, nearly lost bike, hit a rock, and I've nearly actually come off bike. But like I said, thank you very much, guys, for the vitamins. Gloria, thank you very much. Thank you everybody what's helped support. And these have got iron in them, and that were a mineral actually, which I was actually lacking in. So thanks very much, guys. So that's why I think I lost my temper. Like I said, nearly coming off bike, so very, very dangerous. Right, like I said, thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for the vitamins. Lee, Gloria, I think it's Raymond, thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Have a great week ahead. Once upon a time, England, you'll remember there were dogs all over the street. But not so much no more. But yeah, we've got dangerous dogs in England too, guys. Well, what are you doing there? Don't you jump on me, you fatty. Right, so that's the dogs tonight. They don't normally come in house. I let them in, but Jovelyn doesn't allow the dogs in the house. But they're in. And they know when you're talking about them, start to wag the tail. So dogs are intelligent, they know when you're talking about them. Well, not all dogs are intelligent. I can definitely say that for For sure. Right, the dogs tonight. Well, it looks like we've got quite a few ducklings, which is very nice to see. So, how nice is that? A few ducklings for you.